Hey, so what's up? I want to basically show you how you can go about scraping any website for free without, requiring any kind of technical background, and also in a way that's readily fast and saves you time and doesn't require you to pay a VA to kind of take care of it or whatnot. With that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to Creston for the inspiration for the video, and let's dive straight into it. So when it comes to scraping web pages at a very fast rate for free, there's going to be two tools we're going to use. Okay, number one is going to be Instant Data Scraper. It is a plugin. Okay, it is a Google plugin. I just have to download. Let me show it to you what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and this literally what it does in a nutshell is it scrapes any web page, but it scrapes it in a tabular format, which basically means it's gonna scrape anything that's on a web page, basically. Okay, and all we have to do is actually download the plugin, and I want to show it to you how it basically works. So let's say, for example, you just download the plugin. Let me show it to you how it works in real time. So let's go to sample web page. Okay, so this is a realtor web page. Let's say, for example, you target realtors. If you had gone to this web page over here, their phone number, the email is there. This guy's a beautiful man. This is a beautiful lady over here. But anyway, you went to this web page, for example, and instead of coming to the web page and having to manually, go inside their profiles, copy their phone number, email, paste it into a Google Sheet, back and forth, spend hours and hours doing that task, what you can simply do is, after you download Instant Data Scraper, is all you have to do is just click it like that, and it'll literally scrape all the information from their name, as you can see, their profile, and you can actually change this. If you don't like what they wrote here, you can just make this profile name. Okay, and then if you don't want the image, you can just go ahead and delete that. You keep the name. You can change it to what you want to make it to. You can make this date, right? You can make this. You change it to email, because it will write some stuff on top of it, and it's just some weird wording. You can just change it to what you want. So this is number, boom, right? And if you like it, you just export as a CSV, right? And push it into a cold calling list, or you can just go ahead and copy all and push it right here into a Google Sheet. And there you go, right there. Emails, this information is taken. Just go ahead and start cold calling them, email blasting them, or whatever the hell you do in order to go about getting leads, right? That's the first web page right there I just showed to you. Another quick example is this web page over here. This is another realtor page. You go to this, for example, right? This is about 7,000 leads. Nobody has time to go through this whole web page, right? We don't have time to, manually go inside of their profiles, get their information, get out, go to the next page. It's time consuming. Even though the information is very valuable, we don't have much time. So basically, once again, you just go to the web page and click on the plugin you downloaded. And you could actually pin this. You could pin this, so if you're going to be constantly using it, you can actually just pin it to your dashboard. Just go ahead and go to the web page, click on the button once again, and it'll go do the same thing over again. Take all the information. And with this, once again, like I said, you can change the headlines to whatever wording you want, and you can delete whatever information you don't want. So this is their profile. If you don't want that, you can delete it. This is their company. If you don't care about their experiences, maybe you're sending out cold emails, for example, or you're cold calling, and you want to know how many homes they've sold, right? So because you want to mention that to them in their cold email, or you want to use that in a cold call. Hey, Brian, what's up? Just saw that you actually called 201 homes within the past 10 years, man. That's crazy. By the way, this kind of cold call, you got 30 seconds. Person's more prone to kind of listen, because instead of just treating them like another prospect on the list or whatnot, you actually have some information on them. People typically just call people and just start blabbering a bunch of stuff about what they have to offer, instead of just talk about the person they're calling. Everyone wants to hear about themselves, right? Which is why I'm recording this video, because I want to hear myself. Psych now. But as you can see, I got the information over here. You can change the headlines to whatever you want to change it to, and you copy it, CSV, or whatever you want. But for example, I want to show you something too, right? This is a lot of pages. So instead of manually going to every single page and open up Instant Data Scraper, copying, that also does get a bit daunting. As human beings, we get tired of things really quick. So what you can simply do is you can click Locate Next button, okay, and click on Next. Locate the next button for the software, of course. Click once you do that. By the way, we want to make sure whenever you do these searches, you want to delete whatever you're not using, because it's going to leave them on the background. It might confuse you on which one you really have. So you want to click Locate Next button, and then locate that on the page, and then click Start Crawling. What it will basically do is, on the background, it will be running searches for you. Like it'll scrape the web page, every single web page, and it'll go to the next one. it'll scrape number 2, then go to the next one. It'll do that constantly over and over again. Another third example, just so I can get off this one and go to the more in-depth one. This one is basically going to be Apollo. If you're not familiar with Apollo, this is they have a large database of B2B information, business to business. You want to go ahead and check my video out for beginners if you don't know what this platform is. If you do, great. So for Apollo, for example, they have a bunch of information, once again, about, on B2B individuals. What you can simply do is, once again, go to Apollo, get your search, get it filtered up and all that. And then same thing, click on the plugin. Once you do that, as you can see over here, it takes all the information, right? The person's name, their LinkedIn profile, the company URL. And you can just simply, if you want to, once again, same thing, copy all and just paste it into a Google Sheet. And if you want the emails, of course, what you have to do is you have to probably get a paid plan. If you don't want the emails and you're just LinkedIn prospecting and whatnot, then this would be a great way for you to just get information, thousands of informations on individuals without the need to pay a dime. And that right there, just me demonstrating to you the simple way you can go about getting information online. That is number 1. Okay. Now we're just gonna go over number 2. Number 2 is a bit more in depth, and that's actually what I'm using personally right now. So there's a platform called Octoparse. It's actually Octoparse. Okay, so it's a beginner friendly / advanced kind of platform that lets you extract data from websites without coding. Okay, and they have free options, they have paid options. The free one is what I'm personally using right now, because obviously it's not like I need 10,000 lists per week. About 1,000 prospects per week is enough to generate what I'm looking for. So Octoparse, you can go ahead. What you want to actually do is get a free trial, of course. Download it. Once you download it, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, when you come to the platform itself, yours is going to be kind of blank. Okay, and then let's say, for example, I want to start with this, right? So let's say, for example, we have a platform like this, right? Biz Buy Sell. So Biz Buy Sell, unlike this broker web page here, let me close this up. I'll refresh this real quick. So Biz Buy Sell, you see it right here. Unlike this broker web page where you can get the person's phone number and everything on the spot, Biz Buy Sell, you have to actually go inside the person's profile to actually extract their phone number, and then probably scroll down and get their LinkedIn and stuff like that, right? So a task like that, Instant Data Scraper wouldn't be able to do it thoroughly, because Instant Data Scraper, you could click on it, of course, it'll take everything here. It'll take their page, or take their name and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't give you their phone number, because obviously, they probably intentionally went ahead and put the phone number behind the web page because they want to avoid their information being scraped, because these people are paying to be listed here. So they don't want people just, taking the information freely just like that. So I want to show you the process that I'll go through basically to get their information. Okay. And that's going to be using mainly, of course, Instant Data Scraper is going to be one of the key levers, but then Octoparse is going to be what's going to help us go inside their profiles, get the phone numbers, get the links and all of that without us having to manually do it. With that being said, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's go into it right now. So this is a list that I'm actually going to be doing for this week. So let's go to Arizona. I want to go ahead and get brokers in Arizona. Okay. No, my apologies. I want to go ahead and find, I'm going to fix this properly, right? Brokers Arizona. So cool. We're going to put business brokers in Arizona. Okay, let's start off there. So right now I'm personally looking for, I'm at the 3rd page. I want to make sure I'm right. Wesley Hassel. That's how I'm going to start. Oh, cool. So this is the page I want to start on. Okay. So this is how I go about scraping web pages like this that have some kind of walls behind, some web pages that have walls before they give you the person's information. So Biz Buy Sell. So I'll go to a web page like this. I'll click this. Okay. I get the information. I just go ahead and the names and whatnot. I'll go ahead and copy it like that. Then I'll paste it here. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do that in real time. So let's just say I just want to Biz Buy Sell. I got a list of a couple people real quick. what I'll simply go ahead and do is now, after I got this, because this is the main URL we need. This first URL right here is what typically takes us to the person's page. And if we were going to use instant data scraper, just scrape the page, we would probably get very few detail, because it has to be able to open up the phone number, right? And instant data scraper can't do that. So we only use instant data scraper in this instance to just go ahead and get the URLs for their page. Now, as we have those on this list, now what we'll go ahead and do is we'll open up Octoparse. Open up Octoparse. We're going to click Custom Task. Okay, this is going to be your first ever one, right? We're going to open up Custom Task. Once you open up Custom Task, okay, I'm going to show you one more time. Click New, click Custom Task. After you download, you have to actually download the software, whatever you want to call this. Then you want to take the list. Let's say, for example, me personally, I'm going to just do a quick demo with you, of course. I'm going to take about, let's say, I'm going to take 10 people. These 10 people over here, I'm going to take those URLs and paste them here. You can actually do more than that. I actually do about like 700 and whatnot, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to make it very quick. I'm going to click Save. You can import a file if you want to, but that's another process we could talk about. And this is how it's typically going to come out for you. It's going to start at the beginning. It's going to do some scraping by its own, just trying to identify and see, in a tabular format, it's going to look and it's going to use its own kind of mind to see what information is there it could grab for you without you needing to create a workflow. But typically it's going to do a bad job, so you want to just click cancel. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and kind of push this over here, and whatever you want to make sure you don't just click anything at the beginning, because whatever you click is generally, whatever you're clicking is kind of following what you're doing, and it's going to imitate it. So basically what we're doing is we're going on the web page and we're going on a web page, right? And then we're manually scraping one person's information, and this software is basically behind us and kind of looking at everything we're doing. So all we have to do is just get this person's information one time, and then it'll imitate what we did for this person on the other links that we provided. Let me just show it to you real time so you just understand what I'm saying. So first thing we're going to, of course, do is we want the phone number. We're going to click Show Phone Number. And then what I'll do is, instead of clicking, because whatever you click is going to ask you what do you want it to do. So if we want to just get the text, we can just click text, of course, and it'll just write for us, show phone number below. But we want to actually click that URL, because if it doesn't click the URL, it can't get the phone number. So we're telling the AI within the flow that it's building that we want it to, when it comes to the web page, we want to first click on the URL. That's what we're going to do, click URL. Okay, so now it knows that's the first thing we wanted to do. We wanted to click the URL. Okay, after we do that, we want to click the phone number again. Now since we click the URL and our phone number has appeared, now we want to tell it to go ahead and extract text. See, put it down here, right? Secondly, want to click here, extract text again, because I want their company name, right? I want their web page. I'm going to extract that text also. If it was a link that I wanted to open, then I would click it, but then I would tell it to probably open it, right? I'm going to go ahead and click here also, text, because I want their city. I usually take their information also. I'll go here, I'll go to services offered, because I want information on the person. If I'm cold emailing on them or cold calling them, I want to be able to call them and say, hey, I see that you did this and this and that. If you make a mistake, you take a specific piece of information you don't like, you just click more, of course, over here and delete field. Simple as that. If you take a piece of information that you don't feel like you don't need anymore, just go ahead and delete it. I do want information about the people though. Every single prospect that I scrape, I want their information. So when I call them, hey, you've been doing it for 30 years, man. That's, I want to use that. So I want this text. I'm going to scrape that. Then I'm going to scroll down. I want their LinkedIn. So for the LinkedIn, you want to make sure, for certain links like this, you want to make sure you're clicking not just the LinkedIn word or this emoji. You want to click the whole thing, because you want to be specific. You want to make sure you're clicking on, things that actually hold information. I want to click that, and then I want to extract the link. So if you click extract text, it's going to extract the word LinkedIn, which you want to make sure, because this is a link that we actually want, right? We want the link within it. You want to click the link, and it's going to give us their LinkedIn URL. You see what I'm saying? Cool. So we just did that, right? That's the first thing we did was we clicked here. We, instead of just clicking, extract data, we made it click the URL. After they click the URL, so basically I'm just going to go ahead and run it for you real time so we can see how it kind of works. So we're going to click run. So after you do all those clickings that I just showed to you, of course, you want to click a run. After you click a run, it's going to ask you what kind of mode you want to do it. Just whatever you do, stick with the standard mode. Unless you're trying to do like, I guess 10,000 plus that you want to run on cloud. The difference between running on your device and cloud is, maybe you might get blocked with your device own if you do a whole bunch. But I don't, this one is great. It's more faster, I guess. But for now, like I said, it's free. So standard mode, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And then what it's going to do is it's going to start running it on the background for every single lead that we just put in. You can click on show browser so you can actually see in real time it happening. Look at it in real time. Okay, you see it took the number, right? See, it's going to the second person. Look, the number. You see that? First thing it's doing is opening their profile. Boom. See that right there? Okay, boom. Open it up. Okay, boom. Okay, you see that? First thing it does is open it up, get their phone number, and boom, push it in. Boom. Okay. So for example, I made a mistake with this one, right? Confirm. I want to go ahead and cancel it. So if you made a mistake with the whole flow, what you can go ahead and do is, but a quick one. Let's say, for example, you made a mistake that I made, right? And you probably didn't get the name. You can simply just go ahead and just, click the name part again, extract that. You can stop the whole automation, click the name part, so that way it can do the same thing for the other people. Or you can be like me, just kind of delete everything. Right? You can just go ahead and delete everything if you want to. You can delete everything, and you start from zero. How do you start from zero? What you're basically gonna go ahead and do is let's just I guess kind of close this page up. Don't save. Let's go to custom task once again. Let's go ahead and kind of copy this list here. I'm just going to put it in real quick, just show it to you. Save. You just go back inside once again. Let it do. It's going to go ahead once again, like I said, it's going to scrape the page a little bit. Okay, cool. We don't want it. We want to make our own flow, right? So boom. On the first, maybe you want the name first. We're going to take that, extract the text. The second thing we want to do is go ahead, the phone number. We want to click the URL, that's what we want secondly. After we click the URL, we want to click the URL again, but this time then extract text. Okay? So then of course we want the company name, we want to extract the text. We want to make sure you look at that very well. Here we want to extract the text. I'm going to go ahead and extract this text. And I personally want their information. I want to see what they're about. And once again, I want their LinkedIn, so I'm going to click that whole thing, not a specific thing. You want to make sure you don't extract text. We want the link. Okay, that's what you want. And then boom, now you can click run. You want to click standard mode, and then it'll bring a pop-up. You can look at it either this way. You can just like look at the event logs, task overview. You can see how much is being done. Okay, so it's running. You can look at it. It's getting the information or whatnot. Or you can just view it this way if you want to. If it's pleasing for you to watch, you can click the browser and just kind of look at it, happening in real time. Or you go back anytime you want to. You can just look at it. And by the way, you can actually change these right here. So this is this for example here is number. You can change these. You can change these numbers over here. Companies. You can change these titles over here. So that way, when you're exporting the list, you don't have to use text 3, text 4, and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to see that on your list. But once it's simply done, let's say for example, it's doing right here. We're gonna go ahead and this is done, right? We're gonna go ahead and export this. Simply put, I'm gonna go ahead and export this as a CSV. I'm gonna confirm this, save it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and open up the file real quick so you can see what it looks like. As you can see, of course, I didn't change the headlines before I exported it, but as you can see here, the list that we just basically made. And you can do this for about at least 9,000 plus before you have to, before it actually crashes out on you or whatnot. And this is just an example right here. As you can see, this is a list that I even did last week. Simple as you can see. Went ahead and got all the information from, we gathered all the information basically using Instant Data Scraper. Then we went ahead and kind of, cleaned the list, and then got their names, numbers, brokerages, their LinkedIn, all that kind of information. So I use this in real time, and it really does work. It's beneficial, saves you a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of headaches. Just need a directory and information. With that being said, this is Robin, and hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully this benefits you as it benefited me, and peace out.